So we now know that a chromosome is a coil of DNA and that DNA holds genes. So here's your coil of DNA, and on that DNA you have gene, for example, A, gene B, gene C. Now we're going to talk about your genome. And the genome is the total collection of all your genes. So I'm just going to write that in, all your genes. And we are going to draw the genome for the human. Humans have 23 pairs. Humans. 23 pairs chromosomes. 46 total. So let's draw our genome. Here's one chromosome from the father. Here's one chromosome from the mother. So that's pair 1. One chromosome from the father, one chromosome from the mother, pair 2. Father, mother, 3. 4, 5, 6, 23 pairs, 46 total. Now take a look at this. All of these chromosomes are pretty similar. We call these autosomes. Autosomes. Auto means regular or ordinary, and soma means body. So these are your regular body genes. So the genes are on the chromosomes, and these are the genes that code for all the traits in your body. So your eye color, your hair color. This one on the end is a little bit different. This one codes to determine your sex. So we call it the sex chromosome. And it can be one of two things. So if it comes like this, 2 equal, then that's XX, and that is female. If they're unequal, longer and shorter, that's XY. And that is the male. And this is a symbol for male. Here's an actual image of the X and Y chromosome. The Y chromosome has 70 genes, and the X chromosome has about 800 genes. The human genome, the entire human genome, has 20 to 25,000 genes. So these two chromosomes do not have a lot of genes compared to other chromosomes. Here's an actual picture of the human genome. You can see there are 23 pairs of chromosomes, and marked in red there is the sex chromosome. And as you can see, this chromosome 23 is a male because there's an X and a Y. Now, what we're going to be looking at, we're not going to be looking at this chromosome 23, the sex chromosome. We're going to be mostly, for this, looking at the autosomes, okay? So let's just say, for example, we're looking at chromosome 9. And we're going to be looking at a gene on it. We'll just make that gene letter B, uppercase B and a lowercase b. Now what we're going to do right now is I'm going to pull this out. We're going to zoom in here on chromosome number 9. Okay, so we're going to zoom in just on that one chromosome. We're going to pull it out, and we're going to write it below. You don't have to draw this line. We're just going to write it below. So here's chromosome number 9. And remember, we had a gene we're going to look at it right here for B. Let's say B represents eye color. Let's say we're going to look at the parents here. So let's say this is the mother, symbol for female again, and she will have 2 chromosomes, and she will be uppercase B and uppercase B. Okay, and the father will be lowercase b lowercase b. Now, if they had an offspring, it could be a combination of any of these. Let's say this one and this one. Hypothetical offspring here. Bring this down. And bring this one down. So we have a brown eye and a blue eye. But because this B is capitalized, it actually supersedes this B, and this offspring would have brown eyes. Now what if we had this one instead? So if we got rid of this, and I'll draw it again down here, this one would stay, but we had this one. What if? So we have this one. It's actually the same. This B would supersede this B, you call it dominant, and you get brown eyes again. So when we start to study inheritance, we're going to be looking at the different combinations of these genes. And what's going to happen, and this is where it can get confusing, we're going to get rid of all of this. We're going to get rid of the chromosomes. But I want you to know that the genes we're talking about aren't just hanging out. They're on the chromosomes, but we're going to write this particular set of genes would just be written like this. So this would actually become this. This would be the mother. This is the father. And her set of genes would be this. His would be this. And the offspring would have been this. And so that's going to be the next step. We're going to start looking at specific genes. We're not going to actually draw the chromosomes anymore. We're just going to write the letters.